back to the Self Care Zone podcast and our Leaders of Leaders series. Today I'm here with Bridget Emmerson from Behaviours with Bridget. G'day, Bridget.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm amazing. I'm really good. I'm well rested. Yeah. Well
Very
rested.
good.
Lovely little weekend. Beautiful.
What more do you want?
Oh my gosh, nothing. Maybe consistent
right.
weather down in Melbourne. That wouldn't be so bad.
But then it wouldn't be Melbourne, would it?
No. It would lose all its charm.
That's right. So, Bridget, you're a behaviour support practitioner, but you also had roles before you became a behaviour support practitioner. So what led you to come into behaviour support?
Yeah. So, oh my goodness. Yes, I started off as a support worker, which was incredible. And yeah, the path to behaviour support was a bit of a strange one because I just started doing psych, and then I was like, oh, I can support people, and then I was like, oh, there's behavior support, and yeah, I just kind of like fell into it. So I've been a counselor, support worker, and found that when I was a support worker, funnily enough, I was actually kind of working in terms of a lot of behavior strategies. Because when I was working as a counselor, I really resonated with behavioral activation and solution focused therapies. It was just because I was a little bit like, what do we, yeah. So that's how I fell into it. I like results. I like coming up with stuff and making stuff work. So yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So, along those that experience, you've come across leaders who may not have been great. You've come across leaders who may have been fantastic.
Are you putting words in my mouth? No, I'm kidding.
Would I do that?
Never. Bridget, you've come across leaders that haven't been great, haven't you heard that? No, I'm kidding.
Listen, if you've been in the industry for long enough, you've come across leaders who aren't great.
You're kidding. Isn't everyone fabulous? Oh my God, sorry.
So with these leaders who may not have been great, where do you think they've let themselves down and let their team down?
Oh, okay. Big question, because obviously, oh my goodness, there's so many moving parts, isn't there? I would say though that the common denominator with everything, telling people what to do or trying to teach people something to do without actually saying what the point is. Like, for example, like I'm just simplifying it down for an example now. Like, if we're driving a car and it's like, put your seatbelt on. People only want to put their seatbelt on because they don't want to fly out the window. You know what I'm saying? Before then, like TAC ads or anything else, it's like we have to show people the consequence of not doing the thing. We have to teach them the why, which is the thing that you and I have spoken about a lot. So, yeah, I would say that that's where people fall down. They just go like straight into the thing. They just go, oh, do this. Why? A lot of people need to know why. If there's no why. Why?
Why not?
I don't, why? Like, and what if I don't? Well,
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember, and I know that this is probably a mean little thing to say, but I do remember there was someone who was leading, and bless, if they watch this, they're gonna be like, how dare she say that example? But they were a younger leader. Like, I'm an old duck. I've been around. And naturally in this industry, there are a lot of like younger leaders, people in, young leadership, which is so fine. That's so cool. It's not about age. It's just like about experience. I remember being 20 something and being an absolute awful manager, or absolute dead set sucked. I remember a couple of times where I was like, I suck at this. It's so scary and it's so hard because it takes so much confidence and other reasons. But yeah, I remember when they said to me, they're like, oh, I've really been thinking like, just like with the why, like, how you're always talking about the why. And I'm like, yeah. So that's the missing piece. So yeah. Anyway,
okay. So then,
version.
like you just said then that, when you were in your 20s, you were the leader who was like, second guessing yourself, saying you were bad. So then how did you learn to be a leader?
Running my own businesses. So I I worked in advertising, and then I, ran a hair and makeup business. And then I just I was just kind of doing like a lot of stuff before I realized like I was just into people and ideas and philosophies. That's another show for another day, coming out with a book. But I had no one else to rely on. I had to take a lot of accountability. I had to be responsible for my own stuff.
Yeah.
Couldn't blame Sam or Sally or Stacy or an email or a thing or like a blah or like, oh, it'd be better if we could communicate. Like, no, this was on me. And that's how I took more account. Well, I had to take accountability. I had no one else to blame. That's Bridget's fault. Bugger it. I'm Bridget. So that's where I learned to, take accountability. And then I went through the phase of like taking accountability, but then no one else is taking accountability. And then because I was taking accountability, I was kind of always getting like shoved into it's her problem, because then it's been a whole thing. So now I know how to take accountability while also just kind of going, but wouldn't it have been good if? So it's really strange. There are all these little bits to not, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to be strong in a lot of areas, not just, oh yeah, this was my bit, because not everyone wants to admit their bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So it's almost like leadership is this, perpetual learning of, different ways to do things and hang on different perspectives, and going back to that, starting with why, like Simon Sinek talks about, is let's start with that why and go from there.
Yeah. Like even when I'm doing, and actually it's the same, like even when I was working in advertising. Oh, okay. Like actually we're probably getting I'm segueing. Yeah. You need to know the why. Everyone needs a why. Now, the reason I was going to say why I was such a am I allowed to say shh? Are you just going to poop? I was a terrible leader because I had no confidence. When you don't have confidence, it's kind of like not just about knowing your stuff. It's like you have to manage so many little personalities, and you have to be ready to like hold space for different people. You need to know how to like be tough but kind and and I just think that there are some things that you just need experience for that necessarily can't be just taught in a leadership book, like you have to like really get to know people and like get to know yourself as as like deep as it sounds. But yeah, you do. Yeah. I was about to start ranting about something else that I just heard, but I'll just wait or just thought of.
Okay, good job. So then, you're talking about, learning yourself and learning other ways to have that connection with other people. And it's like, where can you, if you're a new leader, how can you learn that?
From another really good mentor. You gotta learn it from another dude or person. I mean, dude, just in human form. Yeah, you've got to learn it from another person who's really good at it.
So
it's really that simple.
You're a big believer of having a mentor?
I'm a what?
You're a big believer of having a mentor then?
Yes. Many. Have as many as you like.
So you don't think that having one mentor is, is the ultimate thing? Like you'd have someone who's really good at, different areas of business or life, and you can go to them when needed. So
yeah,
it's like the village raising the leader.
Yeah, of course. Like one mentor, that's a bit closed-minded. One person can't teach you anything. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No. You've got to absorb. That's like saying I'm going to read one book. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to guide my entire life by it. Anyway, yeah, it's no. Have heaps of people. I've got 4 mentors at the moment who are just amazing, and they each have like their own area. They all have different personalities. They all come at things differently, and it's weird. Like I listen to all their little bits, and it's a bit like, when you're researching, or I think back to uni and, I'm reading like 30 different papers and then doing my little things and seeing my limitations and my stuff and like creating my own little world. So mentor up. One mentor, not enough. I will stand by that. That is limiting. That is so limiting.
Yeah. Now I'm a big believer of mentors, and I've got a few that either they don't know it, or some people that I talk to all the time are going, "Hang on, how can I do this? How can I do that?"
Isn't it interesting? I just thought though, like, but every conversation is a learning opportunity. Like, not to,
Absolutely.
sorry, not to get like, again, like, oh my God, but it is like, even this,
Yeah,
I'm going to learn something. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like what you just said, that was just like, oh my God, every experience is a learning opportunity. Whether I'm going down the street for a cup of coffee and I'm interacting with someone there and I'm doing something, like, I don't know. I think it all ties in with leadership. It's how you're relating to people. Actually, I just thought, go out and talk to strangers. Start conversations with strangers. Just
yeah.
have chit chat. See what makes people tick. The more you understand people, the more you'll be able to get the best out of them in the office. I'm a little chit chatter going down the street. Everyone thinks I'm nuts, but I don't care. Like, hi, how are you? What you
You're
doing
learning.
today? Yeah. Talk to humans. They're
Yeah,
fascinating.
I think too. Like a lot of us, since COVID, where we've gone to most of us working from home, and some of us going back to the office. I think we're missing that human interaction.
Massively, massively. And brings, yeah, like it's interesting how sometimes, like, but I don't know whether this is about leadership or if we're going to somewhere else, but I actually do think I can tie it back in. We don't see people as often as we used to, right?
Mm.
We're not in the offices all the time. So in terms of like leadership, you actually have to be even more responsible for the few little moments that you do get with people. And you've got to be making sure that you're not drawing conclusions or
Yeah,
getting on people's backs, giving people like, yeah, there have had to be new ways to learn how to manage people. And now the biggest one is autonomy. I think, you used to be able to like, I like control and micromanage to a certain extent. But nah, you know what? Leadership now is like, you need to teach your people to not even want you. Like,
yeah.
and that's actually how it should be. Mm. Sorry, my brain just went somewhere else. It's like, it's funny. It's like managers almost kind of like, I don't know. Wouldn't it be an interesting thought that managers try to keep their jobs because they like something to manage rather than teaching the skills so people don't want them? I don't want to manage anyone. I don't want to be,
Mm.
I'm like, I'm here to teach you everything so you don't come back to me. Like,
It's almost
I don't
like
want to manage you.
it's like if a leader does their job well, they do themselves out of a job.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole point. And maybe it's because it was the same like with counseling, behavior support, anything. I'm like, I don't want you seeing me forever.
Yeah,
I want you here, and then I want to teach you the skills. You'll come back, but it's
mm.
when you'll want new skills.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you this and then this level and then this level. Like they will come back, but like, yes, let them teach the people, but also teaching's a skill as well. You
Yeah.
got to know how to teach. You got to know what works for people. Oh, it's
So,
really hard. It's so hard. It actually is really hard.
so then do you see like leadership more of a coaching role rather than a leading role?
Yeah, yes, of course. Like, yeah, I used to say to I used to say, because I've been a supervisor and yeah, a clinical lead, and I've never really liked those words because they make me feel like I'm some like all-knowing being. And
Yeah.
I've always said to people, mm-mm, no, I'm just here to help you, my dude. Like, think of me like a glorified PA. If there's something that you need, I'll go make it happen for you. If it's something I don't know and you don't know, I'll go find it out.
Yeah.
I'm here to make sure that you get what you need. I'm not here to make you into me. I'm here to make you into you.
Mm.
Yeah. Like yeah. Coaching. Yes. Coaching. Yeah. But I always like to call myself like a little mama bear. And I always say that they're my little baby birds. I always call my little people my baby birds, not in a derogatory or like condescending thing. I just see them as my little nesters, and I'm giving them all the stuff that they need. And eventually they're going to fly away and they're going to be so good.
Yeah.
And that's all I want. I want to get them out of the nest. Go. You don't need me anymore. Go away. I need more people. Now I need to have more babies.
So then, once they've left the nest and they're on their own, and even in that learning process too, um, a lot of leaders are going, but I did that. I helped them get that. Do you see that as positive or negative?
Well, actually, I suppose it depends on the context of how they're doing it, isn't it?
Hmm.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Like, let's think of this. Again, I love to think in metaphors or just other things. Oh no, 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 no. I'm thinking like, if a personal trainer or something, like how disgusting would it be if like someone's been working out and maybe
Yeah,
like, yeah, do you know what I'm saying? And they're just and
yeah,
like, I don't know, there's and they're like, oh yeah, they wouldn't have got anywhere without me. I'm like, no, they did the lifting. You
yeah,
showed them how to do it, but they did the work.
yeah,
That's gross. You showed them, but they did it. Like
yeah.
you're actually not responsible for their success. You gave them the tools, you found out the thing, but they did the work. That's the difference.
Hmm.
So
It's like
no, don't
there's
take,
a
don't take.
there's a very famous personal finance guy in America called Dave Ramsey, and he gets, it's a talk show on the radio. People ring up and say, "Oh, you did this for me," and he's like, "No, no, you did it for yourself. I just
Yeah,
showed you the path."
yeah, actually, because yeah, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, but also, yes, someone has to have the will and the motivation and like the passion to do the things, but also there is a certain skill of you being able to get the best out of people. Like,
Yeah.
I think even you and I have spoken about, like, yeah, if you're a coach of a soccer, yeah, a coach.
Hmm.
You got plenty of people on that team. They don't all have the same skills, but you're finding what that skill is. If
Yeah.
you're, yeah, yeah, no, a good, if there's a bunch of people who are doing really well, they've each had a different plan as to why they're doing well. That person knows what to do. But if that person's going like, oh, well, yeah, I was totally able to identify that they, had this and this, like, gross. I don't know. Not my,
Yeah.
not my jam. I prefer to be silent because if they're doing well, they'll probably talk about me anyway.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what
That's
I mean?
it.
Like,
Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
there's a difference between leading with ego and leading with heart and passion.
And that was something that I would say that I reckon that's why I was such a, well, that and I was only 20 something. What did I know about life? But I didn't have good mentors when I was younger.
Yeah.
I worked in oh God, if anyone from advertising, if anyone from my history is watching this going, oh, whatever, you were just, no, no, no. It was ego driven men. It was just different.
Yeah.
There just wasn't that support. And it was when I entered this industry, or especially during my master's of counseling and studying psych. I mean, like my teachers, probably because they were psychologists and everything, they knew, they were like, this is what drive this is your strength. They found the strength, they played on the strength, and hell yeah, like that's what you got to do. Don't You're no
Yeah.
good at this. We have to improve this. Well, think it's like, yeah, that's a whole other thing. But yeah.
So then how can, and this is probably going back to the mentors and multiple mentors, how can we move from leading with ego to leading with heart?
You got to work out why you're doing it. Hey,
Hmm.
like with everything in life. Oh my God, am I going to start getting teary again? Come on, no, Bridget, don't do this. um,
It's
oh
almost like
no.
we need to go back to the why of everything. You need to have that North Star and that why we do things.
Yeah, like why? Like, why do you want to do it? Like, do you just want to be a supervisor and a lead because you like the title? Or is it because you want someone to rock out? Like, there are people, I suppose, in all industries. I don't want to make this too much about ours, but, maybe being promoted into positions that just aren't suited to them. But, maybe they want the pay rise, they want this, they want that. But I'm telling you, supervision or mentoring or whatever, or coaching, or just like whatever, being a mama bear, baby bird, feeder, something, whatever analogy you want to use.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, and this is going to sound like a humble brag or whatever, but I don't care. It's not, it comes from a good place. I may be allocated, like let's just say I'm supervising, 8 different clinicians, but whatever. And I don't know, maybe on average I've got 4 hours a week. It depends on their levels. I ain't just spending 4 hours a week. I am spending double, triple. I am spending nights trying to find something that I don't have time for during the day. That's the other thing. Oh my God, sorry, I'm talking about me. No, if you want to be a leader or you want to be a coach or you really, 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 really want to help people, and you want to do that during your business hours, you're not going to do a good job. There's not enough hours in the day during business hours to get it done. I believe that. Like maybe that's why businesses need just, there's a thought. Maybe businesses just need one good leader, mentor that people can call on at any time, any day, anywhere, where they're not mixing roles. They are just there as a coach. They won't do that, but anyway.
But there seems like there's a need for it, though.
There is. I just thought of it. Hey, everyone. Did we just come up with something? No, but there is. I was thinking of it. Like, like some people are like, oh, there's just, I don't have enough hours in the day, or like, I've got these reports to write. Look, fight me. I know I may be saying something controversial. This is just my opinion. My opinion is nothing. Everyone can have their own opinion.
Yep.
But if you're someone who's going, oh, sorry, I've already done my billable hours for the day, so I can't help that person, you probably need to reevaluate the position you're in, because you are now, I'm not saying or maybe it's up to the business. It's just a real shame for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then too, if you're a leader, like a team leader, who's managing a team of, 5, 6, 8, whatever, then if you're, in the behavior support world, you've got billable hours you've got to meet, having the same KPI target as those that you're managing, while still managing these 8 other practitioners, that's not realistic either. Yeah,
that's a real struggle. Yeah, I've done that. And when you're managing, it's hard. Yeah, it is. But that's okay. That's part of the job. But that's like even being a BSP. Like, you have to love this work. You have to love it. You have to be like obsessed with it. And I think it's the same. Like, you have to have such a passion for like people and putting yourself before others. Oh my God. I know I sound so like Mother Mary, like, Lord, oh my God, I'm sacrificing my own self. I'm not. What I'm saying is, though, you have to be able to be like, hey, this is not about me right now. I got to put my shit to the side, beep, and look after this person and their needs.
Yeah.
And that's hard, man. Like, it's hard. Yeah.
So then, and also it comes back to, leadership going, hang on, processes and the way we do things in this business also need to support that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, look, sorry to sigh and look at like a little bit deflated. I think that's something that I've seen. Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't yet cracked the code. Again, at this point of time, as we know, the industry is challenging, and of course businesses have to make money, and there's a lot of grads and stuff. Again, we're opening up a can of worms, but yeah, there definitely have to be better training, onboarding, and educational opportunities, I think, across the board. But I don't just think it's in this industry. I think it's in a lot of industries that they go, oh, that's okay. We'll pump them under pressure, and then we'll just reframe that they have to manage their time better. And then when not, and again, everyone, I'm talking about general industries, don't come for me. So then you'll sit down, they're like, we're noticing that you're not really managing your time. They're like, okay, well, look, we need you to communicate, like this turning it around. I'm sorry, for me, it's just a lack of accountability, that it's actually the business's problem. And that annoys me, because I can tell when it is, but the little ones don't. They just get stressed out and go, oh my God, I'm really bad at my job. You're not bad, hun. They're not teaching you how to do the job. Like, I've said, again, across all industries, everyone, I have, it is.
And that learning process of how to, how to manage your time and how to do that, takes time to learn. It's not something you can learn on your own. And this is why you need your mentors and your leadership to step up and do that for you.
Yes, and I suppose that, like, yeah. And this is the thing, like, to coach people, I'm forever learning. I'm an imperfect person.
Yeah.
Gosh, you should have seen my house. It was chaos. You know what I mean? Like, my life gets out of whack and there's loads of washing and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's fine. It's all about managing, but like doing that thing where we just go, these are skills that we have to learn.
Mm.
And the only reason why I reckon I'm better, like, no, I'm going to say, I reckon I'm great. I mean, I'm like a person's particular flavor, and that's okay. That's the other thing about your mentors. Find someone you resonate with. You
Yeah.
don't like, you're not vibing. That's cool. You're meant to vibe with everyone. Go find someone you vibe with.
Mm.
That's another thing. But yeah, you gotta learn all these skills.
Yeah.
Budgeting, time management, case noting, clinical reports, timings, NDIS, guidelines, restrictive practice. Like, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Like, it's like, this is a hard job.
Yeah. And changing all the time.
Changing all the time. Never know. And you know, people remember when everyone had to do their suitability again? Or like,
Yeah.
everyone freaked out. And I was just like, isn't it terrible? The NDIS is probably going to come for me now. And I went, oh, what do you think they're going to do? Cancel everyone's registration on the 3rd? Please. What? And a whole bunch of people don't know. I went, chill out. It'll be fine. Just fill out the form. But that's what it's like this job is stressy.
Mm.
That's another good thing about a leader. They don't get stressed. They go, yeah, well, what are we going to do? Let's just solve it. Like,
Yeah.
like if we just react and we're stressed all the time, that just makes everyone else stressed. Says me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you know, a good leader is going to go, hang on, I can see stress is building.
Yes.
Let's, you know, be proactive and get something in place now rather than reactive once stress breaks everyone.
That's right. Like, I've kind of like, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, yes. Identify the thing early
Mm.
and then fix the thing early. But I think some people like to think that things going to go away. No, it gets
No.
worse. I did that with my Ford Fiesta with my engine. I ended up needing a new engine. So don't ignore the signs. Don't go like, oh, I'll just keep pushing it. It's all good. What's this rattle will be fine. It'll be good for another year, because eventually the engine blows up and it costs you $11,000. Anyway, again, metaphor, but it's true.
Yeah.
These small problems turn into really big problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess this is where it comes back to you as a leader, you know, team leader, manager, coach. How do you then recognize those signs if you're not connecting well with your team, with the people that you're leading?
It's an interesting
Because
question.
if you haven't connected with them, they're going to hide that from you. They're not going to voice their concerns.
Oh, yeah. Then you need to get someone. Okay. Isn't this? Ooh. It is also the responsibility of the person, the leader, the mama bear, the whatever, to go, I don't know if I'm. You have, yeah. You have to be, I don't know. You have to be open enough to be like, look, you're in a safe space right now. Is this like, what do you need? I don't think I'm giving you what you need. Like, and I'm fine with it. I'm so cool. Like, it's fine. I just want to make sure you're feeling supported. Because it's true. Yeah. People will shut down and they won't tell you stuff. Yeah, I would just thought how rare it is that any mentor, I just thought of then, that any mentor has come up to me and gone, hey, I'm not sure I'm getting the best out of you. Is there something, instead of just like, oh, they're not doing what I'm telling them to do. Do you think it might be your problem, bro? Because at the end of the day, I don't care what anyone says, you're the person mentoring them. You're the coach. Work it out. You know, like, work it out. Work it out some way. Maybe you're not I don't know. Don't blame people straight away that they're the problem. Maybe you're the problem.
Could be.
I'm the problem plenty of times. No.
Yeah.
No, but I have been like in the past. Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord. I do. I think back to when I was in my youth and I was just like, oh, there are some cringy moments that still keep me up when I like, oh my God, just like how I would take a morning meeting or how I would implement a new process.
Yeah.
It was like this blah, 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 it was shocking. I remember it so much. It was awful. Everyone's just staring at me, hating me. And I'm like, I know I'm stuffing up, right? Horrible. So
And we all make mistakes,
we do.
but it's, mistakes are a learning process. And if you're not learning from them, then we're going to keep making those mistakes and get stuck in that position.
I just thought like, if I was in that position these days, again, I'm not everyone's flavor, but this is what I would do. At the moment that I saw everyone zoning off, I'm like, this is so boring, isn't it? Wait, let me I will, because it's okay, I think it's okay to kind of be like, yeah, this doesn't make sense to me. And that's the other thing. Even when I want to get something out of someone, I remember someone had to do a task and I went up to them and went, I predict that in about 30 seconds, you're going to be really angry with me. And they were like, why? And I went, because I need you. And I said to do X, Y, Z. And they just stared at me. I went, I was right. You I'd be right. And that's what I mean. Sometimes you just need to soften, we don't have to be so serious all the time. Please, let's ease up. Yeah. But that's my style. And not everyone likes it. Some people find me incredibly annoying, probably most people.
Not at all.
Not at all. Charming.
Yeah.
Charming. But that's, yeah. Loosen people up. Let them just breathe, learn. Yeah. What about you? What's your style?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go.
I think
now I'll interrogate you.
I think most of my style comes from learning how not to do things the way that I was taught. With that, managers leading with ego and, that's not how to get the best out of a team. Where, it's how can I help you to be the better version of yourself in this role, in this, season of your life. And it's not me as the expert telling you how to do it. It's me helping you come to the realization of how to do it for yourself.
Yes. Oh my God, you're reminding me of oh God, I hope he won't watch this. God, I was being mentored sometimes by, creative directors who'd come in their pinstripe suits, their little poof and blah, 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 blah. They were trying to turn me into this I'm like, that's not me. I'm goofy and I'm this and I'm that. And once someone was okay with once I had people who were embracing that side and I could learn to use that tool that I have, which is goofy. That's me. I'm not the serious, I am serious. You haven't seen Business Bridget yet. She does get it. I do have a side that's a little bit more, but she's lovely and she's loving and she's sensitive and she's vulnerable. If you're not like that, okay, you're cold and, so I'm not talking about the creative director, but I'm like, okay, your wife divorced you and your kids hate you and I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know why you are the way you are, but that's fine. You go do you. I want to do me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone, I'm joking. This is for a laugh before anyone comes at me. This is a joke.
So, Bridget, I've got a closing tradition on the podcast.
Oh, yes.
Where the previous guest leaves a question for the next person, not knowing who it is. And the question that's been left for you is, what's the biggest issue in your industry? And what would you do to change that in your workplace?
Again, people are going to come at me for this as well. I still think there's a better way to run businesses, but I also understand. Oh, I wish I had a whiteboard so people knew. KPIs, stressful. I mean, they're needed. We all need to make money and have bills. But I suppose the way that KPIs. We all know, especially in behaviour support, we might have interims and we have strategies, then we have comprehensive, our comprehensive FBA is due, and we have this. So it is this, right? It's the same as whenever I've run my own businesses, right? Cash flow, scary, right? Yeah, I do think that there's a lot of pressure being put on clinicians to manage that cash flow, when I think that businesses should be a little bit more accountable for that and supportive in helping manage that. Because if you, like when I started, okay, chill, I just got 4 participants, 5 participants, I'm starting all at the same time, so that means I'm going to have a rink, a slow bit, then I'm going to have this chaotic 6 months because now I've got like 12 plans due. And you want me to start writing, and they go, oh, what? Start writing the plan. I'm like, I'm not going to start writing plans for an FBA in month 2. That's nuts. Like, so yeah, KPIs. Would I change it? I have ideas, but it's up to the business. I don't know business. What are you talking about? Who am I? But I have an idea. I mean, I have an idea. Yeah, I think you just need to be a little bit more informed about the participants you're taking on, and the operations and leaders of the business need to sit down with each clinician and really understand their discipline. I think there are some people managing who have no idea what each discipline does or what's required, and they just go do the work, do the therapies. Like, you're not understanding what I do, man. Like, no, it's not going to work that way. So
and when you've got a new practitioner who maybe their first time being a behaviour support practitioner, they're coming into a company and you're like, here's 12 participants.
There you go.
But they've got no guidance on how to do the job.
Yeah.
But then you've still got to meet the KPI pressures and everything else. And it's like, you're not teaching them to swim. You're tying a rock around their feet and throwing the deep end.
How interesting you bring this up, because this is something that I've actually always been really good at, which is probably why I was able to learn clinical. It's a skill, and it's something that I learned. I didn't even realize I knew it. I mean, I'm terrible with my own budget. I'm shit house at my own funds. Sorry, beep beep. But another plan. I mean, little, you do it enough, and I'm like little beautiful mind. Little numbers are all just floating around. It's like, bring, that's what you have. You kind of got to learn that. It takes so long, and it's really boring, and it's like, it's annoying. It's not the sexy bit, but yes. So watch this space a little bit, because no. Yep. People don't want to teach them, but they need to know.
Yeah, they do.
And it makes your job very easy, very easy. Yeah. Awesome. Sort of. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. But everyone just be kinder. Oh, did I answer the question? Yeah, KPIs. Yeah. Oh, that's a forever thing. Probably shouldn't even use those 3 little letters. Makes everyone get very stressed out.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my God, you know what ages ago, now we're going, I know you're about to close off, but I used to call them killer personal interactions, or I just want to call them something else. I know it's still the same sandwich, but I don't know. I like the way that where I'm currently working now, it's quite simple, really. Deliver the work your participants want and need, and do the work so that you have a job. And that, you know what I mean? They're turning into this really they have these different words, and people frame them in different ways, and it's I'm literally, it's just about are you delivering? Are you sorry, no, now you've got me. Stop concentrating on the KPIs. Make sure you're delivering client goals. Stop thinking about it in money. There's just, I haven't worked it out yet. They just keep talking about it billable hours. Stop. Not. I don't know. Makes me sad. Anyway. You're just what?
Well, thanks for your time today, Bridget.
Pleasure.
And for anyone who wants to keep an eye on this space for anything Bridget's working on, I'll put the links for her LinkedIn in the show notes. And remember to look after yourselves first, so you can look after others next. Have fun, and I'll see you next week.